changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. We talked with Ron Kaiser on Friday about what makes teachers tick and how to keep them motivated and inspired. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and we've been featuring stories about teachers for the past couple of weeks and will continue to do so until the end of the school year. Because teachers do deserve our appreciation. I know that it's a calling for them, and I want to share two pieces with you today from our latest book for teachers, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Inspiration for Teachers. We'll start with Stephanie Gates, who tells us that her teaching career didn't come along easily. She had graduated from college, and she was looking for a job when she heard about an alternative teaching program. If you got in, you would earn a master's degree in education while working full-time in the classroom. Stephanie hadn't trained to be a teacher in college, but it was one of the careers that had always interested her, so she applied. She made it through the first round and got an interview, but she wasn't offered a position. She'd gotten really excited about the program, so she was disappointed, and she became a substitute teacher instead. And then, a few months later, that program that she had wanted called her. They had a vacancy after all, and she was on their list of people who they had kept in reserve. They asked, did she want the job? Of course she did. So the next morning, Stephanie took 2 buses and a train to get to that school. When she got there, she did not exactly receive a warm welcome. It turned out that the program had sent 2 teachers by mistake, and the other one had arrived an hour before Stephanie and was already with his new class. Stephanie was told that she could watch him for the day, but then she would have to leave. She went up to his classroom and she observed this poor guy who clearly didn't know what he was doing either. The class was in chaos. This guy was talking, but nobody was listening to him. A week later, Stephanie got a call to go back to that school. That young guy who she had seen struggling with the class was actually teacher number 3 for that class, and it was only October. He had quit. So now if Stephanie wanted, she could be teacher number 4 for that very difficult class. Even though she had wanted to teach elementary school, not middle school, and even though this was apparently a nightmare assignment, Stephanie took it on. And she survived, which impressed the kids. They didn't think she could hang in there, but she did for 10 more years at that tough school. And she's been teaching for 23 years overall now. She was clearly meant to be a teacher. There's a poem in our Inspiration for Teachers book that I want to share with you because it shows just how much work a teacher really does. The poem is called Today I Was, and in it, Pamela Berardino talks about every kind of person she has to be in the course of one day teaching in elementary school. Here are a few lines from her poem. Today, I was an ad designer creating posters for our upcoming event. Today, I was a nurse cleaning and bandaging a small wound. Today, I was the plumber for the toilet wouldn't flush. Today, I was a computer operator, showing others how things run. Today, I was an environmentalist, setting up recycling stations and enforcing the rules. Today, I was a storyteller, giving life to the characters in a book. Today, I was the pitcher, for I was the biggest in the kickball game. Today, I was a singer, leading the group in song. Today, I was a friend, giving a hug or a smile when someone needed it. Today, I was a forest ranger, leading a group through the woods. Today, I was a detective, gathering all the facts and figuring out which ones were true. Today, I was a clown, doing ridiculous things to capture my audience's attention. Today, I was an artist, drawing pictures on the wall. Today, I did all these things and more because today I was a teacher. You can't really work on a book about teachers without being reminded of all the altruistic work they do. So as National Teacher Appreciation Week draws near, we wanted to make sure that we were all thinking good thoughts about the teachers we had and the ones our children and grandchildren have. I recently started corresponding with my favorite teacher of all time, Mr. McGuire, who was everyone's favorite teacher if they were lucky enough to have him for 5th grade in my town. He's 92 now, but he still has the same handwriting that I remember from all those decades ago. And it's quite a thrill to know that he's still out there. I'm Amy Newmark, and I want to thank you for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast today. Come back tomorrow for Tip Tuesday. We're going to talk about procrastinating and how you can actually use procrastinating in a very productive way.